Okay, so let us do this problem and let us discuss mm, some of the concept using while loop. Okay, so this problem we will try to do. Okay, using while loop and discuss all thing. Why do you need while loop? All this thing and what data you should take as input and what will be output and what is the basic reason behind which statement will go inside while loop. Okay, so this example, sum of all integers starting from 1 to 100 using while loop. Okay, so suppose this program is given okay, and you have to do using either of any loop statement, whether while loop, do while or for loop. Let us try to do using while loop. Before going for the coding, so this is our okay. So now the problem is we have to add. We'll start from 1, okay, and end with 100 and add all integers starting from 1 to 100. So how do you write? Okay, so using pen and paper you can write 1 plus 2 plus 3, the next integer is 4. Okay, so till dot mean continuously will go till you reach 100. Okay, so before that 100, what will be the value? 99, isn't it? 99 plus 98 like this. Okay, so then what will be our value? So this is the question. Okay, if you turn into this mathematical form, you write in this 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till 98, 99 and plus 100. Okay, the last element will be 100 and the first element will be 1. Now the problem is, so why do you need the coding for this or program to do this? If you know mathematics, you know this is the formula for n is equal to n plus 1 by 2, right, where n is the positive integer. Okay, starting from 1 till that number, and will be 100 here. And if you put this formula, you will get the value some 5050 right? 5050. N will be 100, so 100 into 101 divided by 2. So that will be equal to 50 into 101. So suppose we are getting this value 5050. Okay, so let us see what we are getting using this program. Okay, this is 5050. Okay, so using program also it is getting 5050. So if you are using our formula, so you will get this 5050. Now you should ask, why should I use this program or this loop statement, then start point, end point, counter value? So sometimes these numbers, okay, so these are in arithmetic progression series. Okay, AP, arithmetic progression series. So 1, then next element will be, you know the what will be the next element. Okay, the step size will be 1, so 1 plus 2, the next element will be 3, next element will be 4, next element will be 5. If you know the previous element, you should you must know the next element. Okay, similarly you know the first element and last element. So for that series, this is a arithmetic progression series, so there is a formula. But in some case you will be given some random value. Okay, suppose in a array you may given 100 such value, but they are in random order. So 11, 2, 3. It start from 11 till some suppose 14. Okay. In between this there are 100 elements and they are random numbers. Now I will say you add this number and find the sum. For those cases, okay, there is no particular formula. Okay, you will have to assess those each element one by one. You have to add and then finally find the sum of that. But in this case, starting from 1 to 100, so you can put this formula and you can find the values, and this is absolutely correct. Okay. So now let us try to do this program. Okay. So without using the formula. Okay. In another case, suppose I don't know the formula. So obviously computer will help in such case or such scenario. Okay, you can write the code and it will give you output. So how do you write those code so that without knowing this formula, okay, or this may be in any random order, you can get the value irrespective of the formula, irrespective of the series. Okay, this is a regular series or the arithmetic progression series, or for the non-random or the non-random sequence, you can get the values using formula. But without using formula, how can you get this? So why do people do using programming? Let us see this program we will try to do. Okay, so for this, yes, let us forget this is a P and arithmetic progress series. This is a normal series starting from 1 to even 100, and you can go next element 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. How do you go now? So what do you do? Usually 1, then 2, then 3. Let us 3, then 4, then 5. Okay. Now why you are using this? Then what will do? 1 plus 2, that will be 3. So this sum, this is the sum. So this sum, 1 second you add with the next element, then you will get what? 3, 3 plus 6. This is also one sum. The sum means the value of this addition. Okay. Then 1 second you are adding, then you are getting 10. This is also partial sum or sum. Then 1 second you are adding with the plus 5. Let us take for the 5 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the final sum will be 15. Okay, so this is my final sum. Okay. I can do this, right? Now you can ask why I should do this, why I don't use 1 plus 2 plus 3. You will start with sum equal to 0. Okay. Now this is the basic step or the way I can do. There may be multiple ways. Some people do this addition in their head. Okay, they can 1 plus 2, then 3 plus 6 plus 10 like that. They can add till some number, at least 50 or 100. Some people they have the capability, they can add and they can find what is the sum of this. You can use calculator also, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, but there is a certain way they are doing this calculation. Okay, even if you calculator, if you add this number 1 plus 2, then when you press plus, the sum will be automatically 3, and that is will display in the calculator. Then we are next element plus 3, that will be 6. Okay, 6 automatically come in the screen. Then when adding 4, that is equal to 10. In scientific calculator or the calculator little bit higher capability, they can do this sum like this. Okay, they can, you can use summation also. There is other key also you can use, that calculator you can use. So that is another way. Okay, in my approach, what I have done, I can do like this. One, the basic class 2 or class 3 level addition. I 1 plus 2, then I find sum 3, then once again I will add another next integer, that is 3, 6, then I will add 4, then 10, then 5, 15. Okay, I can do this, and finally I am getting the result also. This is also 15, and formula I will get the value 15, and the calculator will also will give the value 15. Okay, finally you are getting the value is sum of all numbers starting from 1 to 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. But the way I am doing like this. Okay, since addition operation, okay, the addition operation using two operands, O1 and O2. Okay, so at a time I can use two values or two integers to get a sum. Are you getting? This is sum. Okay, so I will use this operator. This is the arithmetic operator plus. Okay, this will add two values or two operands. I will say O1 and O2. Then we can add. Then finally you will get some result. That is a sum or some value. How can I write this mathematical term? Sum equals O1 plus O2. That is subscript. Okay. O1 plus O2 semicolon. Or I can write C is equal to A is a variable, B is a variable, C is also a variable, A plus B. Right. So you can see this statement, this is a valid statement. Okay, this is a expressive statement. Already we have discussed expressive statement. So you can see at a time after assignment operator. Okay, so this expression contains, okay, without parenthesis only one operator plus operator. So at a time I can do two operands. Okay, in very basic case I will use two operands and one operator. That's why this summation, this way of doing the summation operation or the calculating value of addition or addition operation will help me to get the value of 15 or the actual total sum. Okay, at a time I am doing addition operation of two values, 1 and 2. Then next I am adding 3 plus 3. Okay, now the this A will be, or the operand will be sum, the what we have got in the earlier sum. Here in this case earlier we have get sum is equal to 0. Okay, so now then 6, this plus next integer. Okay, and then sum of those previous values plus another next integer. Okay, now we can see the regular things in this scenario. Okay, you are adding two operands or two values at a time, and you are assigning that value to the sum, like sum is equal to O1 plus O2 or C is equal to A plus B. Then you go to the next element, isn't it? So this is our first element. So 0 plus 1 equal to 1. Then we are adding sum is equal to 1 plus 2, that is 3. Okay, this is sum. In the first sum will be 1, right? Sum will be 1. Then 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So then we will go to next integer, that will be 3. Okay, So the fetching or getting the next integer, I can use I is equal to I plus 1, and I can sum this value. I can use this sum is equal to previous sum plus I. Each time I am getting this stuff. Okay, these are repeated. Okay, each step you can see sum plus I, sum plus I, sum plus I, sum plus I. Then this value is I is equal to I plus 1. This value is equal to I plus 1. 5 is equal to 4 plus 1. Okay, so these statements repeatedly you can get out of this process, this way. Okay, so whenever this type of repetitive statement I am getting out of this expression, I can use this inside my loop. So what I will do, I will simply write a loop. Okay, while I less than equal to 100. So I will do like that. I put this condition and I will do only this. I is equal to I plus 1 and sum is equal to sum plus 1, or sum is equal to sum plus 1, then I is equal to I plus 1, whatever written in our program. Okay, for that purpose, these statements, these two particular statements, I repeated. Okay, you can use in multiple times. Without using multiple times, I can write such a statement like while I less than equal to 100, and I will use this expression, two statements, I will I plus 1 and sum into sum plus I will get the result. Okay, so so this is the region. So now let's go to the code. You can see the while okay, I can write while I less than equal to 100, sum is equal to sum plus 1. This we have written to while. I can change it. While I is less than 100, I is equal to I plus 1. Then run this. I am getting the value 50 value. Okay. So this I can this way I can write I is less than 100. I is my counter value. Okay, I have used two repetitive statement. One is sum is equal to sum plus I, and I is equal to I plus 1. Why I have used? Okay, I have already shown that while doing summation and addition operation, at a time it can use only two operands. Otherwise I can write in my program also. I can write 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. It will give the desired result, but no, that is 15. Okay, I cannot write like that. I can use at a time two operands, 1 plus 2. I can do that, or 2 plus 3, or 3 plus 4. Okay, so what I will do, I will use okay some smart stuff. Okay, I will use 1 plus 2 first, then I will keep aside some variable. Okay, suppose this is the sum. Now I will get the next element, then I will add with this one sum plus 3. Now I will get some value. Now I will get next integer, then I will add the previous sum, then I will get the next element and add the previous sum. So this is my logic. Okay, so that is the reason so that I have used this expression in the program. Sum is equal to sum plus I and I is equal to I plus 1. This is fetching next integer value. Okay, I know if I am at value 2, if I will add 1, then I will get next integer. Okay, so similarly, these type of problems or using loop, you have to think that what are the statements which are going to be used repeatedly. First mark it out, then you use loop, then execute those statements. Okay, so this is the basic concept. So while using loop we can do this. Now similarly, okay, so when we will study array, so we can do the random order numbers also. Suppose this is a array, a is equal to, and some random value are there, 1 3 7 2 9. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 such number. Now I will say I add these numbers. Okay, so you cannot use the formula for whatever you have used for arithmetic progression or geometric progression, all these things. You have to fetch this element first, this element, this element, this element, this element I can add. So there is a concept that you will use array. So you will get this element first, two elements, then add it, then store it somewhere, then you fetch next element. Okay, then you add with this sum, you will get another sum. Okay, so this is the sum. Okay, so we will store in this variable. Okay, then you will fetch the next element, that is 2, and you add this and you will get another sum, and then finally you will get another last element 9, then you add and you will get the final sum. So this is just the same logic. Okay, so now you must know why you have used this expression sum is equal to sum plus I, and how to fetch next instruction or next integer value I is equal to I plus 1. If it is a series, you can get I plus 1, or if it is a array, just number in array, you can get I equal to I plus 1 and next index value. So 0 1 2 3 4 and 5 4. Okay, so you will get the next value. So when you will study array, you will come to know how you can cover this, but the concept is similar to what you have used. So this is overall concept of while loop. So why you have used this statement? So there should be frequent questions that why you have used this expression. Okay, there are other approaches also. You can do in a single statement also. Okay, but for time being we have used this term. Okay, so you have used another variable sum is equal to sum plus I. Okay, and the next statement is I equal to I plus 1, increment operation. Okay, so this is all for today's this lecture. Okay, so you come to know why you have used this expression inside the while loop. Okay, what is the need of keeping this statement inside a loop? Why not other statements? Okay, in case of series, arithmetic series or geometric series, what should I use? In case of random sequence also, like array, how can I access the values and find the final sum? Okay, then.